Okay, let's start this. Let's share my screen. Let's do the entire screen. Okay. Okay, so I got a request from a Patreon member, and she wanted me to show her how to create this outfit. So this is a Ralph Lauren 2015. We got a chunky net with a big chunky collar. I think the rib goes up to there, maybe. It looks like there's some kind of split. And then we've got these kind of white wool jogging bottoms. I think they're like a posh jogging bottom with a rib cuff, white shoes. I'm not going to do the bag and I'm not going to do the coat today just because, what's the time? It's coming up 12 o'clock. So I've only got like an hour and a half. So I'm going to do these two. So the jumper and the jogger, I'll do them now. Okay, let's start. So let's go over to the avatars. We're going to pick a lady. Let's pick one. I always go for this one. Okay, let's hide that. I'm going to get this reference. See if I can get this reference and so it stays there. You can stay there. There you go. Okay. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to create the pattern for the jumper. Now I'm going to do this from scratch because I've been getting a lot of requests that rather than just using the blocks, if you create one from scratch, that'd be more helpful. So let's do that now. So I'm going to use this silhouette as a guide. And you go up to the polygon tool. Let's get a shoulder point and a center front. If you hold shift, it will keep that in line. So click that point again so you can just go down. I think this goes to about there. It can always be adjusted. Now, because it's got a coat on, I don't know if it's fitted. I think it's quite boxy, this body. So let's go to about there. Bottom of the armhole will be here. And then we want the shoulder seam to be there. Now we need the armpit angle to be 90 degrees, and we need the top shoulder to be 90 degrees. I'll show you in a second. So this one here, this angle here, and this angle here have to be 90 degrees. Because when you reflect or sew these together, to create a straight line, that line needs to be continuous. Okay, so that's the front. I'm going to do Control C and R, and this is going to be the back. Now, to create the back panel, we want to... I won't reflect that just yet. Let's just work on it for a second. Now, the back always has more fabric. So you want to do this. The shoulders stay the same. This angle stays the same. That angle stays the same. This length is fine. If you wanted to put shape in, you'd obviously put it in on the side seam here. I need to raise the back neck. So it's there. What I'm going to do, just check these lines. So if I press Control C and V, it creates a duplicate of the front, and I'm going to rotate this and go to parallel 2. So I want this one. Oh no, done that wrong. All right, select it. No, yeah, you select the front and you rotate, and I want parallel to this. That's the one. It's not going the right way. Maybe I needed to turn it a little bit first. Okay, so select that panel, rotate parallel to, select what you want it to match. That's the one. Got there in the end. Okay, so I'm going to put these on here. Now, this line here could do with, so I'm going to press X to create a point there. I want to bring that down so that is a continuous. That's fine because that has to be 90.6, that's close enough. And then as you can see, this isn't straight, so it's creating a bit of a point, which you don't want, because when you come to sewing on the armhole, that seam will be 90. That seam here will be 180 degrees, and then if you have a point here, it yanks it up, which we don't want. So I'm going to take this. Oh, I did not mean to click the right button there. I'm going to move that in just a tad. So there's a continuous line. Actually, what I could do maybe is pull this out ever so slightly. Go away. Let's move that. And this bottom point, I want to make sure it's 90 degrees. 96, that is wrong. I need to push that down to 90. Okay, so that's one continuous seam or a line. That's a line. Now, I want to get rid of that one. Let's rotate this again. So click on it, right click, and oh, hang on, let me rotate it so it's kind of close. So I want to make sure the center front is on the y-axis. So rotate y-axis and click the front seam. It goes back to that. So we can see these side seams. That's a continuous line. Okay. So now what I can do, I'm going to click this center back seam and let's unfold. So we want unfold with sewing and symmetric editing. So anything I do, just move screen. Anything I do on this side, it will do also on that side. Okay. And then let's do the same on here. That is looking good. All right, let's sew this together. So that's the front, that's the back. Let's click here for the arrangement. Let's get the back first. Put that there, or there. I kind of need it in the middle. Okay, let's move these up a bit. Now what I'm going to do, go back to the 2D window. Let's move that over a tad. And I'm going to sew this. Sorry about all the noise. There is an aeroplane going over. I literally work in my shed, so every single bit of noise from outside you can hear. Okay, that's the side seams. You can see those are going to be sewn, and we want to do these as well. Because it's everything's symmetrical, it'll do it for you both sides. Okay, so we're going to sew that. Now that is super tight, but it's good because everything fits and everything's looking nice. But what we can do, we can edit this fit very quickly. So one thing we need to do is push out the side seams. So what I'm going to do there, oh my god, so many notifications. I'm going to do 1, 2. So I'm clicking the side and then just clicking the right and left arrow key. And every time I do that, that's 1 centimeter. So I know that I click that out 2, so that means that that's 4. Then overall, if I do that front and back, that's 8 centimeters I've added to the body. It's done that. That neckline is too high. I need to be at least there. So if you click where you want it on the 3D, and you can go over to the 2D, you can see that blue line is there. So let's move that down. That's good. Okay. Happy with that so far. Okay, looking at the reference image, if we're looking there, crutches there, I think this needs to go down to about this point. So let's just grab all the bottom lines and use the arrow key. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters I've added. So another 2. Okay, so that is still tight on the side. You can see that that front, I don't know, because that's got, it looks like the side seam is split. So if I come here, let's move that up 90 centimeters-ish. So move the sewing, oh God, hang on. Oh, this has moved this one as well, which we don't want. Let's try that again. Hang on, I'll take that back. Okay, so I've moved this one up. Now I'm going to move this one up, and it snaps to that point. And let's resimulate that. Okay, so that's looking better. I still think it could come out just a tad. Let's, rather than, because I don't want the arms going out too far. Hang on. Hang on, I've just got text. So I'm going to take this bottom point and just move that out 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. That's 2 centimeters overall. That's looking nice. Okay. So that's the body done. I won't add the rib just yet. Let's do the armholes now. Armholes are quite difficult because I need to establish how big this armhole is. So the back is 207 and the front is 219. So what's that? 426. So if I do, just do a quick box. What did I say? Let's just say 400 now, just so I can get a rough guide. So what we need to do, we need to create a shape that is basically, this is really rough. Right. Oh God. I'm trying to create a shape that has 4 points in it. This is just demonstration. This isn't the final one. Right, so unfold. So basically you want to create this, essentially. Okay. Let's move that. So this is the armhole. So this point is the top and the armhole is the bottom. So we know that the distance between that and that needs to be what this armhole or the sleeve pattern is. I don't think I explained myself very well there. So you can see the bottom one's there. Now as I move that over, that would then be there. Okay, so that's the height. So let's get a nice shape going. So let's do this. I'm going to do that. And I know that that point needs to be there. Okay, so this is just half a sleeve. So I know that this is the rough shape. Now, we need to make sure that this is the same distance, 219. That's 216. So I need that needs to come in. 219. Okay. Now, let's change. Oh God, I just pressed that button. I didn't mean to. 236. 230. So 219. So I need to take 10 centimeters off this, basically. I don't want to keep taking it off of that point. Oh, I just made it bigger. What am I doing? No, hang on. That's 219. It's 207. If I make this a little bit smaller, 228. $217. What was it? 219. Okay, so I think at this point, $218. Oh my God. Got to be a better way of doing this, but 219. 219. Okay, so let's start with that. And then I'm going to unfold this. That looks way too pointy at the top. Let's take a bit of this off. Okay, so I'm going to do that as my armhole. Let's get rid of some of these. So convert to curve, because I need a shoulder seam again. So split. Okay, so that's my high point. Now, that's the front. I need a back. Let's go here. So how can I manipulate this? So 207, that's 216. So let's bring this in. Hang on. The front is longer than the back. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that goes around the front. Okay. 210. That's okay, because 210 and that's 3 millimeters. You can ease that into the back. I'm happy with that for now. Okay, let's get rid of that guide. Let's see how this is looking. I need the arrangement points. Now I need to make sure that it's the right way round, so let's just double check. So I'm going to do the back. Yeah, this seems right. And the front. And that goes there. Nope. I almost twisted that seam. So from the top to the bottom. Okay. And let's just do these side seams from, oh, I went too far. God damn it. Okay, there we are. There we are. Okay. Now we need to sort this out. That's way too tight. Why is that going so tight? Do I need to make this shorter and wider? Because the seams are all matching, but the height of that is pushing that up. So it needs to go. I just try this for a second, just as a rough. Okay. I think that the front here is pulling. So that's telling me that this part here Needs way more fabric. Let's just do that for a second. Okay, that's helped massively. Okay, what's going on here? Obviously all the lengths have changed, so that is 18.4 more. So what I can do, I can split this. 18.4. So I know that I can get rid of that point. And that matches there. And then the back is, that's 207, it's 216. So I know 8.8 there. Split 8.8. Let's get rid of that point. Okay. Let's just make sure all the sewing lines, no, that was wrong. Okay. Okay, it's looking better. There's still a weird peak there. Is that just because of the material? If I go over to the fabric, let's create, we'll go to knit fleece terry, which has helped the point a little bit, but maybe I need to increase the particle distance. It's currently 20, so let's move that down to 10. See how that is pulling up. Do you know what? I think this armhole, you see how this armhole is like pulling into the sleeve. So if I add a little bit more material there, that's not the change I wanted. Right, so it doesn't need more material widthways, it needs more material, the armhole needs to be deeper. Then it yanks it. No. Okay, so what that change is telling me is it's not the body that's the problem, it's the arm. And the arm is pulling up, so we need to raise the underarm points. Oh, that's looking better. What's going on there? Looks like a hole. Okay, that'll be why. Okay. There's still some weird gathering here. Even though, is there just excess? There's like excess here. I think the shoulder seam, if there's excess here, it's almost like there needs to be a dart. But obviously it's knitwear, so you can't put a dart. See, there's some problems at the back neck as well. Let's I'm going to move this all in. Touch. So that's making that section shorter. Okay, so that's resolved the back neck issue. We still need to resolve this here. You see how there's excess fabric? I wonder if I can get rid of it on the shoulder. So I'll do this. So I think this point is too high. If I move that down a centimetre, that down a centimetre. Now we've got issues in terms of lengths and everything on the sleeve. No, that did not resolve it. This is why I use the blocks, because the blocks are 90% there. Okay. Okay, there's too much fabric there. So maybe I need to take a bit of this sleeve away. Okay, so see that material there? Let's cut that away. Oh, that helped. Still needs some sort of way of that. Let's try and figure out these lengths. So that's 11.5 too long. So that's 209. Okay, so let's add. So I need to add 11.3 onto this. Let's just do a quick change. Let's do 11.2. And then let's just double check the front. That's 2.5. That's 119. So yeah. Oh, 6.4 actually. Don't know why it came up that. Pull this. There we go. Still got that problem, man. Maybe it's the fact that everything's being pulled this way. Right, I'm going to put the sleeve on the other side. So click that. Let's put it the other side as well. Okay. Still got that problem. It's not, do you know what? It's not happening this side. It's happening this side though. I wonder if I can, I'm going to like increase this whole pattern just a tiny amount. I think everything's just a little bit too tight. And then oh, no, that's still there. It's tiny. Right, I'm going to give up on that because this is just getting boring. Okay, let's change the pose because maybe the pose is pulling it up. Okay, go to the library and pose. I'm going to just put the arms down by her side. Yeah, it was that. Because her arm was up. Okay, it's looking really good. Right, now for, oh no, let's get rid of that. What we want to do is get rid of this line. Let's move this down. No, I kind of want to simulate it as you go. So do 70 mil, because otherwise you'll have to do all the arrangement points again, which you don't want to do. And if you do it all at the same time, it'll go into the arm and then you'll be faffing around for ages. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's make this a little bit slimmer. Okay, so that's 212 mil, which sounds about right for what we want. Okay, we need to make sure that these seams are the same length. So that's 461. Let's change this one. I'm going to right click on it, change length 461. Is that yeah? Then change it at the end. Yeah, so they're 461. They're both the same distance now. That's good. Right, let's do the cuffs. So I'm guessing as the cuff here is quite long, I'm going to select all of these and then offset. It's going to be a long one, so no, that's too long. Maybe 90. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. So once you've got all those lines, right click, cut and sew. So that's my ribs. Now for the collar. This one's going to be tricky. I'm going to make her bald for a bit because all these hairs are going to interact with the collar, which I don't want. Delete accessory. There she goes. Now for the collar, it says 76.7 for the back seam. So just create a square. 76.7. The height of this collar without the fold, let's do 100 for now. Okay, so we know that that is that distance there, is that distance there. And then the front is 220.2. Let's do this tool. 220, no, 220.2, sorry. Click the internal line because we want that internal line. Okay, so this is half of the collar. And then we're going to click this seam here, then unfold. Don't know if I want symmetry. No, I do not want symmetry. Okay, so this is the center back and this is the center front. Let's sew this together. So we know from this point to this point is from there to there. And this is your front. And this is the other side. Let's see. Okay. Let's now see the arrangement points. Like that. Oh, I need to sew the center front seam. Now this is going to be super tight. Oh, it's not too bad. But that's not how it looks in the image here. So I need to, what do I need to do? So this top edge here needs to be wider than the bottom edge. Now, how do you achieve that? You can either make the neckline wider, which is actually probably what the situation is. I think maybe rather than curving this, I'm going to drop the neckline here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so delete that, even though I just told you to do it. So click these lines. I'm going to create an offset, an internal line. Let's say 20 millimeters. Got these new lines, and let's cut. No, actually. So this back neck is perfect. What we don't want to do is move that. Maybe it can go down a little bit. Just click there. Because we need that to be 90 degrees across here, so it's straight. Yeah, so we can lose a little bit, but it can't be as much as the front. And actually, I'm tempted to go a little bit further on the front. Nope. Okay. I'll go back on that statement. Okay, cut. Okay, that's looking good. Right, we don't want these annoying little points here, so convert those to a curve. Okay, so we've got 2 straight. So we'll do that again. So 96.3. No, I need a. Oh my god! Got rid of that. I got rid of everything. So we need this. 96.3 by 100. So that's the back seam. And then the front is 144.6. Set 144.6. No, I did the wrong one. So it's right click, it's offset pattern outline. Oh, I've forgotten the blooming 144.6. That's right, isn't it? Okay, perfect. And then unfold. And let's just sew those back together like we did before. Center front seam stitch. We need the arrangement points. Click the panel we want. Click the back one. And that is looking much closer to what we want. Okay, now we want to create, obviously it's a large turtleneck, so it has a fold up here. So what I'm going to do, top edge, delete that, and then unfold like this. Let's create this, which is not correct. So we're going to put a line here, and we need the fold tool, which is down here somewhere. So this one, and if you just here we are. So that'll fold it a little bit. It looks like a giant shirt collar at the moment, which is fine, because what we're going to do, that line there, I'm just going to stitch to that line. Okay, so what you'll notice is that there's a horrible front seam here, which we can get rid of by clicking these lines and deleting the 3D map. No, didn't really do it. Right. I think that's mainly because of this. What's this weird thing here? It's like, I don't know what's. I think I need to increase the particle distance on this because, oh, it's 20. That's why. Change it to 10. That's much nicer. Now, still not right because look, this bottom edge here is currently the same size as this. I think in the real world that might be the case, but I think we can afford to do a little bit of alteration just to give it a little bit extra. One thing I absolutely hate is this line here. This is horrible. So let's click that line and we're going to do offset internal lines. We're going to do 2 both sides, and then we're going to change this down to 1.5 millimeters. Is that going to be enough? I think that'll be enough. So what we've done there, we've created 5 internal lines here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to distribute that fold across these 5 lines so that it's a much gradual. So let's do, so 180 would be making them straight. Let's try 240 for now. And let's see where that gets us. Strength 5 for now. Ah, nearly perfect straight away. All right, let's decrease that to 220 just to see what that does. It's nearly. I'm actually gonna, I want it to be like a wider, yeah. Now, if you wanted this fold to be even more increased, you can move. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to change, take simulation off while you're doing this, because it'll slow your computer down. So if I move that to there, these two top lines are further away now, or top and the bottom. Select them all, right click and distribute vertically. And I've made that wider. Let's see what that does to this. Yeah, it gives it a wider, chunkier look. One thing I want to change on this center front, it's, see how it's creating almost like a point? That's because the stitch line, select all of them on this one. Oh no, you just need one side. So it's 180 degrees, but we need to increase the strength. There you go. Let's move that forward a little bit. It's not as floppy as what I had hoped. Has to do with the material. So let's see if another material setting would help that drape a little bit better. So if I've copied the fabric, moved it over, and let's do, so it's a terry sweat. Let's try like a wool. Oh, I've gone past them. W. Where's the wools? Am I blind? Knit. I can't see them. Right. Oh, they're right down the bottom. So let's see the wool Melton. No, that makes it harder. Meltons are quite. Let's do cashmere. Very rigid. Let's just do wool. It's not looking how I want it to look. Let's go to, if I go to knits and then maybe a PK kind of setting. I might need to increase the particle distance for it to, let's select the color, let's change that to 5. I don't want this point in it. That doesn't look good, does it? Okay, let's try cotton jersey. That's kind of more realistic. I don't like those points. Points are horrible. Okay, I'm just going to put it back to terry, the terry fleece for now. Yeah, I think that's the best case scenario, because if you have anything lighter, it doesn't look good. Right. Use pressure. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't see all these comments down here. Use pressure 1. When was that? When did you say that? I need to move this reference image. Right, hang on. Sorry, guys. If you're still watching and I'm not, like, right, pressure. So you're saying use pressure 1. But would that not push everything out? I did nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to increase it to see what the most dramatic version is. Oh my God, that's not. Okay, so we don't want that happening. I think the problem here is that because it's on a fold, if you do a pressure, it doesn't know what way to push it. Like, does it, I just need to stop moving these. Does it push it out? What I want is, you know what I want? I think this will do it. If I go, just create this, create another material. So I'm going to do weight. If I change the weight, so it's currently 20, change it to 40. Let's change it a little bit more. Yes, hang on, I need to, yeah, this is it. Okay, so 65 weight, that does it. And I need the back of her head to be, yeah, I know what you mean. Like if I did the pressure just at the back, that's what I want. But then if you put pressure around the whole thing, but that is the look that I wanted. I wanted a kind of a drape. On the front. The back's not looking good though, isn't it? I need to shorten that distance. Right, let's come back to that. Okay, so that's that. Let's do, I'm going to start putting some material on this. So let's go to the fabric. Now I've got a really good knit that I downloaded. It's this one. Let's put both those in here. So we've got rib. Let's select all the materials. And let's put. No, it doesn't look good at the minute because it's huge. Get rid of that. And then the rest of the body is the knit. Oh, I just realised that setting is just. Let's get rid of those for now. So need to change the thickness of this. That has not changed all the maps at the same time. Let's do it on this window, see if that's better. Yeah, that's perfect. So we've got a really nice chunky knit. Oh, do you know what? Because I kicked that out, that's making that seam here come to points which we don't want. What's this? Welcome to chat. Yeah. We're going to put that like this. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread this just ever so slightly. Both. So let's see. So I'm increasing the top line and keeping the bottom line the same. Let's do that. So rather than putting that distance just on the sides. Oh, but will the... I have a worry. Yes, that line is still going to create problems. I can't do that. It's just going to have to be... Huh. What do you suggest? Does anyone suggest anything? Well, I definitely need to create a different weight. So that's 30. What was it? 65. Do I need to... It's like... I'm going to... Although I've got all of this texture and everything here, I'm going to... going to change this back to, where was it? Knit. Change that back to the knit terry fleece, and then change the weight. It was 65. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so these seams here, we want to get rid of all that. Because you don't, on knitwear, you don't have that line there. So if we select those and delete the 3D map, did that do all of them? Let's just do this. Select. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that gives you a much better seam here. The thickness. So I'm guessing the thickness of this is much, much bigger. So let's select all. Let's change the, what have I got pressure on? Oh, there's still pressure on that. Oh, how did that? That pressure literally did nothing for that. Okay, let's select everything and increase the chunkiness. So that's 1, 2. I think that'll do. Yeah. Okay. This knit is a little bit transparent, which you don't want. So we go to knit, and there should be a opacity map. If we get rid of that, it just makes it solid. Okay, that is the jumper done. Well, I need to change the materials and stuff. So that's the jumper done. I'm gonna lock. Let's freeze that. And someone showed me the other day in comments. Now, hey, hey, mate. Now I normally do this, right? So I normally move that away and then work on this. But apparently, what you can do, you right click and then you activate. Hang on, was that right? Hang on. Deactivate? Oh my god, all right, I'm just doing it the way I normally do it. It's difficult when there's things you've been doing for so long and someone comes on with a better suggestion. I know it's better, but it takes me longer. Okay, so if I'm just going to freeze that, move that away, and I'm just going to hide it for now. And then there you go. I know the other way is better. Right, now the jogging bottoms. Now these are going to be quite high, so maybe around about there. So let's start with pattern. So using the silhouette as your guide, let's get the poly tool. Okay, so the front is going to come about there, go underneath. This is just me guessing at the moment based on this silhouette. Now obviously you don't go right towards the silhouette because that's a 3D object. Yeah, it started ages ago. Well, I've already done a jumper already, but I'll upload this to YouTube to see. Okay, so look how distance is 445 away, and let's round that off. Now, what did I do? Hang on, please tell me. Oh, for God's sake! I just deleted it. Right. Okay, let's try that again. All right, click away, so it's away from the crotch a little bit. We want to go underneath the leg. like this, down to the cuff, raise that a little bit. Now I'm going to go about 4 centimeters away. I'm not going to curve that because that's what caused my issues last time. I'm going to go in. You need to go higher a little bit. There we go. Add a layer, sir. What do you mean? I can't remember what that comment was about. Okay, so this is our basic front panel. I'm going to smooth this. That creates a nice side leg. And also, sorry, I'm coughing like a maniac. So center front, that isn't 90 degrees, so we need to curve that as well. So smooth from that point to that point. And move that down. So now that's 90, and that is roughly about 90. Okay, so now we're going to do the back. Now I'm going to Control C and R. I'm going to get a copy of that. The reason why I'm doing this is because that keeps that point. I'm going to raise the back. The back is always bigger because it's got the bum in it. Now, to give this extra volume, I'm going to kick this out and then bring it down, and also bring that out. And let's smooth this off. Right. That creates something like this. I'm just going to move this point down because I think that's too high. And then this one needs to be 90, like that. That should create a nice shape. And let's just see how this goes together. Oh, I need the waistband. What am I thinking? Okay, so let's just create, so that waistband is 390. It's just a rectangle, so 390 wide and then 60 mil high. And then I'm going to unfold this. The reason why I always unfold it is because then that gives you these points. I could have like worked out what the whole circumference was and then added these points, but I find that unfolding it's a lot quicker. Now, right, let me just hide this. Let's move those away for a second. I'm just going to freeze those because I want to do the waistband first. The arrangement points. I'm going to put that there. And let's sew those two bits together. Okay. Okay, I'm going to strengthen this. Now, is that sitting? Oh my God, what's it doing? That's sitting pretty much where I want it to. That is doing some strange stuff. Now, so this will be rib. I'm going to do something to this rib. So let's just call that waistband. Waistband. So that's the waistband rib. On the waistband, oh shit. There we are. Okay, waistband. Make sure that is it. I'm going to go down to the property editor and obviously change the weight to 20. So we don't want it super heavy. I'm going to change the friction to 100. And that is, when you're creating animations, that'll mean that your trousers don't start falling down. Let's unfreeze these. Let's put these into position. What side did I do? I did the left leg, didn't I? What am I looking for? Arrangement points. To the knee. Oh, to the knee, and the back one. So this is pretty. Hopefully this will be pretty close. So let's move that there. No, hang on. I completely messed that up. No, why is this? I got that blue line wrong. Okay, let's take my time with this. So the front, and then, oh, it's here. I put it in the wrong place. And then this bit to this bit, up to there. Okay, let's sew the side seams. And that. And obviously we can't do the center front and center back yet. It's pretty good. Okay, let's sort out this part. I think that could be okay. Remember, this is stretch as well. I think the depth of the crutch, where's the reference image? So I think the crutch is quite low on these anyway. If anything, I think that even the, I feel like I got that in one. Right, let's change the particle distance. Did the pants need darts? No, because these I think these are a knit. I don't know. It could be a wool. If there was going to be a dart, put it here. I don't think it needs a dart. What do you reckon? Let's see how we get on. Because I'm going to do an elastic waistband for this. So I don't actually think it needs it. And if anything, I think up here it needs to be a bit baggier. So like if I kicked these out, to give it a bit more shape here. It actually goes. Do you know one thing I haven't got? You know all this bagginess here. It's because I've got the zero shape on the inseam. What I'm going to do there is split. Do 100 mil. Split 100 mil that side. Let's just move that in just a tad. That gives it that little bit of shape there. I think that these cuffs have got too baggy. That's a little bit better. Okay. I think they're a little bit too long as well, so simple fix. Select that, move it up. Okay. I think that's looking good. At this stage, I want to keep working on one side, but I want to see how they drape together. So I'm going to give it that. So Control C and R. Put it that side, and let's sew these together. Just want to make sure the crotch is okay. Okay, so this is centre front, centre front. Okay. Crotch is looking a bit low, but I don't know. These look low as well, so I think I've got it right. Oh my god! Move, 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 move. Oh, I can come back to that later. Okay, so obviously the top of this elastic is standing off. That's because the elastic isn't meant to be the same length as all these panels. It has to be like 80% shorter. So I'm literally gonna just move it in that way. And then I'm going to do the same this side, just roughly. It's gone off center front, which I don't want. Get around. Okay. Looking a bit harem-y. Is that just because this has fallen down? Yeah, that's better. The waistband just fell down a little bit. Okay, so this is the rib. Let's add the thicknesses. So what have I done here? The thickness of this is 2. Is the collar 2? Yeah. Let's change this to thickness 2. Okay, I need to get rid of that there. This 3D map here. Let's get rid of that. We've got one continuous loop. I can't tell based on the picture. I think this is a rib cuff. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the rib cuff here. So that looks to me maybe 10 centimeters, maybe 12. So let's do offset 1, 2. Let's do 120 mil. And cut and sew. Does that look about right? Yeah, I think that looks about right. Now we need to get all these straight. So what I'm going to do, let's rotate these so that the top edge is on the x-axis. Maybe there's a way I can do this all at the same time, but I'm not sure. Rotate. Where's it gone? Hang on. Right click, rotate. There it is. Oh, hang on. My wife's calling me. Hello? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Guys, right, hang on. My wife has just asked me to, hang on, enter. Can I put this one up? How do I do it? Right, this is my first live stream, so don't laugh. So I've got an hour in. I need to go because my little baby won't go to sleep for her nap. So I am probably going to go in, put it down for half an hour, and then I'll come back out. So how many people? 7. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll be in about an hour, I reckon. So, how do I stop sharing? Is there a way that I could pause it? Can I pause? I don't think there is. No. Stop sharing. No. I'm sharing screen. Hiya. This is my shed, by the way. I'm literally in a shed. That's why I'm called the fashion shed. Right, I'm going to stop stream and then I'll come back in half an hour and finish off these trousers. Hopefully I can download and mash all these together. But I'll see you soon. Bye.